What is Waza? Waza is an open source security platform designed to provide comprehensive visibility and protection across digital environments. Built on the foundations of OSSEC, Waza enhances security operations through seamless integration with tools like Elasticsearch, OpenSearch, FileBeat, and Kibana. OpenSearch dashboards, making threat detection and response more efficient and effective. Why use Waza? Some of its key features. Centralized security monitoring. Waza consolidates logs from diverse sources, offering real-time analytics and clear, actionable insights. Covers everything from cloud-based platforms and containers to traditional IT setups, ensuring nothing slips through unnoticed. Intrusion detection. With sophisticated rule-based detection capabilities, Waza swiftly identifies unauthorized or suspicious activities across your systems. Instant alerts assure security teams can respond immediately, significantly minimizing potential damage. File integrity monitoring. Waza's FIM features continuously tracks changes to critical files and directories. Any unauthorized alterations trigger immediate alerts, significantly enhancing your system's resilience against breaches or tampering. Vulnerability management. Waza integrates smoothly with leading vulnerability scanners to continuously assess system endpoints. It not only identifies vulnerabilities but prioritizes them, helping teams effectively allocate their resources based on actual risk. Rootkit and malware defense. Actively scanning for rootkits and malware, Waza inspects file integrity and monitors behavior to detect threats proactively. Early detection ensures threats can be neutralized quickly, minimizing their impact. Streamlined incident response and automation. Active response. Waza's automation capabilities empower your security teams by enabling predefined, immediate defensive actions, such as IP blocking, disabling compromised user accounts, or shutting down compromised services, reducing response time and limiting threat impact. Comprehensive integration. The platform effortlessly integrates with various external tools, including VirusTotal for threat intelligence, Slack and PagerDuty for timely alerts, and SIEM solutions like Splunk or QRadar. These integrations enhance overall security, visibility, and management. Simplified compliance. Waza simplifies meeting compliance standards such as PCI DSS, HIPAA, GDPR, and NIST. Pre-built dashboards and intuitive reports make compliance monitoring straightforward, greatly simplifying the auditing process. Welcome to Mimmars's guide on how to make a Waza server. So we're going to do this using a virtual machine. I'm going to kind of go through the basic settings that you want to go and have for that virtual machine. We are going to start off with making a virtual machine. Let's get back on over here. I already have Waza running in the background, but we'll just ignore that for the moment here. Waza test or demo Waza, as I've named the folder. Demo Waza, there we go. It's going to be a Linux type distro. From here, let's take a look at some actual required things. When we go to make this home lab, you can definitely scale it up. So let's say you're going to have 100 agents. You're going to need 8 virtual CPUs and 8 gigabytes of RAM. 8 gigabytes of RAM is the base minimum for this. And then storage for 90 days, 50 gigabytes, you're going to need that. I don't know if that 50 gigabytes also includes installation and the operating system, so Ubuntu in this particular case, but I'm not too worried about that. Storage for 90 days, I'm going to be looking at this thing probably every week. So if a problem gets away from me for 90 days, I kind of deserve it. Part of the quick start, you need 4 vCPUs, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 50 gigabytes for the hard drive. So let's create this. So right now I am at 1024, I need 8192 megabytes to provision this virtual machine. 50 gigabytes dynamically allocated. Let's start this. There we go. We already have the ISO set up. Install OpenSSH server. That's important. So the SSH installation, having that ability to remote into the system is very important. Do you know why? Give you 5 seconds to go and answer that. The reason why you have SSH enabled is so that you can copy and paste, because even though VirtualBox has options to go and allow you to drag and drop and copy and paste clipboard-wise, it just seemed to work. I also kind of look at it as SSH is something you're going to use anyways, so might as well just get it installed and do that. So let's get this party started here, waiting for it to finish installing. Before I hit the reboot now button, I'm going to hit that, enable force unmount, and reboot now. Okay, demo login, demo. I'm in here. So I'm going to check real quick what the IP address this has been given. Let's go to network settings, and we're going to take this over to a bridged adapter. Go ahead and shut down now. I'm going to go and spin up demo Waza again, now that I've changed it to be a bridged adapter. Okay, look at that. Now that it's a bridged adapter, I have a IP address of 192.168.1.33, which is an internal address. So, with that all running there, I can go and open up PuTTY, and then let's go 33, port 22, SSH. Let's go ahead and open, accept, login as demo. Cool, we're now in here, and I have my quick start guide on the left. So from here, we gonna read through here. We've already set it up to have those 4 CPUs, 8 gigs of RAM, 50 gigabytes of storage. And we need to go and do the next parts. So go down here to installing Waza, download and run the Waza installation agent. You hit the copy to clipboard and right click in here, and it has everything you need to do to install Waza. You don't need to change anything, you just hit go. Another benefit of using PuTTY for this particular process is you can scroll when you need to. It's great. In the meantime, I am getting a place for me to copy some information on over, because it's going to be in a minute here where it's give us our admin and our admin password. The admin password is long and randomly generated. That's all you need to know on that. All right, cool. So we've gone ahead and installed Waza onto this web server. It is ready to go. When you go on over to the documentation, it then goes Waza dashboard IP address and your credentials, admin, blah, blah, blah. Well, that didn't exactly work for me. Let's open up this. Waza dashboard IP. That doesn't help. Well, that IP address that we had earlier, 192.168.1.33, that's where we want to go. Advanced, proceed. Now, it worked this one time, but yesterday when I was trying to do it, it would not work until I brought up a different way, the home, and I had to find that. So this has worked beautifully. So username, admin, we can copy that. Copy, and then paste. Login. Beautiful. It's up, it's running, and you're able to start deploying new agents. Now, when you first log in, it gives you this agent summary, deploy new agent. Now I can click here, select what I want to go and do, you put in the server address, which in this particular case, because this is for our home lab. Now, if you had some actual website that you were running the server attached to, you could go and put that on in as a fully qualified domain name. But here, I'm just going to put 192.168.1.33. Remember this server address. When you click that, every time you go and do the deploy new agent, it will automatically fill that out. Optional settings, you can go and give the computer a name, do and default group. You'd have to go and set up another group in a different portion of this. But so when we look down here, Waza agent, it gives us this this place to actually set it up, and you run it on the computer, and you need admin privileges to perform this installation. So when you go to do that, PowerShell, we look at PowerShell, run an administrator, and gets that request. You simply click on here because it has all the information that you need to do to get the agent installed onto your computer or the computer that you're doing it to. And then you are able to, it also includes the information as to where it's going. So the 192.168.1.33 and the Waza agent name, doopity-doo. You click here, that copies it to your clipboard, go over to the administrator, and you right click, good to go. So that's if you're doing this per computer. Now, let's say you're not doing it per computer, but yeah, it's going to be that particular server address. We copy this and we can paste. It will make this first computer that you install agent number 1. I'm not aware of a way to go and change the number of agents that you have, but that's what it does. So now that I've explained how to do this, let's go and look at how this works in a fully functioning environment. If I didn't say it before, when you get to that admin credentials bit at the end there, please copy that information, because that is the password to get into your Waza. Here I'm going to go through a couple of the main pages that should interest you with Waza, starting off with vulnerability detection. Here we are able to go and see the types of vulnerabilities that we have, their CVEs, and what is affecting them. So from an outdated Oracle VirtualBox to Steam having their own, and 7-Zip, we're able to go and see their distribution of vulnerability scores and what they're affecting and all that kind of thing. Malware detection is always running in the background. Configuration assessment, we can bring that up and see what things we could do to make it more secure. Yeah, longer password, all that kind of stuff. And file integrity monitoring needs to be pointed at a specific group of files that you wish to moderate. Threat hunting, this is just looking for anything that could potentially be a threat. I have nothing that's been going in or out of this computer that hasn't been authenticated, so I don't have anything that has triggered. And then MITRE ATT&CK, this is just looking for how things are trying to get in if they have been. But those are your main areas that you want to take a look at. Once you get this up and running, and as you get more and more agents added to the server. If you ever have a problem where any of these particular modules are not functioning, the way that you fix that is to delete the parts of the database that's associated with, and it will initialize a scan and it will all come back. So you can delete those, or you can copy them to another area and then delete the root, not the root, but the default folders for them on your Ubuntu server, and that will bring that functionality back. I haven't found another way to do that without going through that process. But this is a fantastic program. And I plan on launching on every device that I end up having in my house. yeah, there we go.